Two familiar foes are surging to begin the regular season. Today might serve as the best measuring stick yet. A grudge match of last year's ODAC women's soccer semifinal has fallen upon us at Schellenberger Field. It's the Virginia Wesleyan Marlins taking on the Lynchburg Hornets. Hi, everybody. Evan Gates and Kevin Nestor coming to you live on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. And, Kevin, these are two teams that are poised to make another run at the postseason. 8 wins apiece so far to start the year, and both of them sporting win streaks of at least 3 games.
Yeah, these are two heavyweights in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference, but it goes beyond that. Both of these schools, they're looking to make a heavy push into the NCAA tournament, and they have the firepower to do it.
And these are two teams that have perennially been in that conversation. Virginia Wesleyan that made it 3 straight years until last season when they were bounced in the ODAC championship by WNL. But Lynchburg didn't get there. They lost to this Virginia Wesleyan squad 3-2 at home in the postseason, that semifinal round, and they had a 2-0 lead at halftime of that game. So maybe a little bit of emotions in the picture. We'll have to wait and see. But let's take a look at some of the team's stats. And unfortunately, they won't tell you much about these two opponents other than the fact they are very similar and very dominant.
Yeah, both of these schools, you look at every stat, really, and they're almost the exact same. It's like flipping a quarter over just to see the other side of it's almost the exact same. Both of these schools, like you mentioned, they have similar shots on goal, similar goals scored per game. It's going to be a heavyweight battle. It's going to be fun to see which team can step up and etch away with this one.
Well, in talking to Coach Todd Olson before the game, he said it's going to come down to whoever can finish better in this game. So many departments are similar, and this Lynchburg team is going to be led by number 7, Morgan Oliver, who is the reigning ODAC Player of the Week, the first selection for Lynchburg this year. She has scored in 6 of her last 7 games, just on a tear, and in 4 consecutive.
Yeah, she has just been an absolute staple for this Hornet squad. You talk about some of the veterans they lost last year. She's returning, and she's been a massive piece so far on this young season, and now they head into ODAC play. They're going to need to see a lot from her.
A new position in the mix has really helped her as well, doing more of the attacking work from the outside. But this Virginia Wesleyan team has a strong attack of their own, and Cheyenne Diaz has been one of the mainstays in the starting lineup in the last few years, a 2-time ODAC first-teamer to begin her career with the Marlins with 13 goals in her first 2 seasons each. Now she is back on a similar run and looking to make some noise.
Yeah, again, just a staple piece to a really good team. Whenever you look at what she's done in her tenure at Virginia Wesleyan, she's just been incredibly consistent and consistently great.
And you think about this Virginia Wesleyan team having all the pieces to make another postseason run. But as you see on your screen, 7 goals and 2 assists. She's already eclipsed that lead from last year where she had 6 goals and led the Marlins in that category. It was truly a committee effort offensively, and everybody pitched in. This year looking a little bit different. And by the way, Kevin, 8 goals from Morgan Oliver is just 2 off of Lynchburg's leader last year, Madeline Boyce, with 10. So my question to you before this game starts, we mentioned that offense is going to be a big piece of the puzzle, but how early in this game are we going to see a difference between these two teams?
I'm not so sure that we will. I mean, you saw in the stats how close they are, but I do think whichever team can get out and run faster is going to have the advantage here. For Lynchburg, they've been really, really good in the second half. We've kind of noted them as a second-half team, but if they can come out here and kind of stick it to Virginia Wesleyan in the first 15 or so minutes, that's going to be the key, and vice versa. Virginia Wesleyan, they've got to come out, obviously a long road trip from the beach to come into here. It's going to be fun to see which team can come out swinging and if that can stabilize as the game goes on.
That long road trip is the reason we're starting at 6 o'clock today, and this one has all the makings of a thriller in the middle of October. Lynchburg and Virginia Wesleyan, 2 of the top 3 teams in the conference, going to go at it in a few minutes. We'll be back momentarily on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.